Everybody say camping adventure in the Kaibab Forest!
Camping adventure in the Kaibab Forest! Yes, you are.
We've been parked in the Kaibab National Forest, boondocking, but now we're going to go off on a little adventure with our tent. All of this is going in the truck. Load it up, boys.
All right. See if you can organize it up in there into the empty places.
What's that for?
That is for when nature calls for these ladies. It's just called a squat bucket.
It's not just the ladies that use that.
Just the ladies. It's a squat bucket. I dig a cat hole. A lot of people don't know this, but when you're in Arizona, you pack heat. Pellet gun. Keeps the tough guys away.
Oh my.
That's about all the stuff.
Hey, what about your bone? You take that bone?
Camper.
You making jokes?
That's.
Do we have everything loaded?
Yep.
Full truck for one night. Where the kids should ride, just like the good old days. Pulling out.
Empty bottles and wasted time.
Hold on.
Got nothing to show for all the wasted time. Except the trouble, worried mind. I got nothing to show for wasted time. And hard living, it don't come cheap. The stakes are high.
Woo! You ready to camp? Yep. Woohoo!
Ready to camp.
Here's the one downside to our camping gear. It's big. But it's what we have right now. And Ron and I always say, start where you are with what you have. So we have big camping gear. It's what we're going to use, and we're going to haul it
In an urban wagon.
many trips in this wagon.
This is a
It's food. What else can we get in there? Go ahead. Oh, oh no.
Just toss to me.
Go, Rex. G. Ha.
I'm no horse.
What about you? You ready? Oh, whoa.
What are we doing?
We came out a little too far east of where we wanted to be. We're going to head to the west a little, but it could be tricky because I'm not sure we can get our wagon through that sagebrush. Oh! And our wagon's getting stuck in the elk tracks.
Shh, critters. Shh.
We just got out to our camping spot. It's at the edge of a big sage flat, and there's at least 3 pronghorn right out here feeding. Oh, they're probably 150, maybe 200 yards away.
Rex is gonna sneak in and see if he can get a shot with his camera. Leela's gonna dig out all her stuff. Who knows what's in there? Sweatshirt, notebook, camping book. during the day, but as soon as the sun goes down, it starts getting really chilly here. And we're probably gonna see low 30s tonight for camping. So we'll have to try and bundle up. Leela's just coming back from doing some photography of the pronghorn. How was it?
There was some pretty recent elk tracks and elk poop back there.
Oh, good eye.
Coming off the hinges when hard living has got you in its clinches, and old habits are hard to kick when you got demons to drown and a mind to trick. You're falling quick when hard living has got you in its grip.
Great. Last time we camped was in Louisiana, and it was so hot. And even sleeping on top of this bag was too warm. But tonight it's supposed to get down to freezing, so I'm hoping we stay toasty warm. We're looking for some rocks. Make a fire pit. There you go. Maybe we should have brought the wagon. You guys want to help carry rocks?
Nope.
Carrying rocks one by one is a lot of work, so we're going to put them in the wagon.
The scorpion check. It's a whole lot heavier than our gear was.
That wagon has come in very handy.
Step over that. Kick it out of my way.
Step over what? Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
La-di-da.
He shows are.
That's how we save them.
Oof! Oh my!
Now we're cooking. Getting a fire lay ready. We've got a little bit of a bed there. We're going to spread some of that out and get it up off the ground so we can get air underneath the fire. This is our expert fire lay builder. And now we're going to go over here. Since we've been here in Arizona, I've been using juniper bark to get the fire started with just using a ferro rod. Just get some of this fine papery juniper bark, peel it off, and then you have to puff it up real good and turn it into kind of like a bird's nest so it'll catch a spark. Alright, whenever you're building an all-natural fire, it's important to get your materials staged by size. So we built a little fire lay to get our fire up off the ground so we can get air under it. Now we have sort of a bird's nest of fine material that'll take a spark. Then we have some real fine kindling that we'll put on next once we get a fire going. And then Debbie just brought some more slightly bigger stuff, like about as big around as a pencil, maybe a little bit bigger. And it's super dry here, so this stuff should catch pretty easily. This is my kit that I've been carrying forever that always stays in the bottom of my backpack. It's nothing fancy. It's actually an old bag I found along the road. But anybody who knows me knows that's just how I roll. It has all the stuff in it I need if I ever get into trouble. It's got some paracord and some other lines, some bank line in here, cotton balls with Vaseline, emergency blanket, flashlight, other fire starters, all sorts of goodies in there. But today we're just going to use ferro rod hook.
We're going to do baked sweet potatoes on the fire tonight. So I'm going to wrap those up in some foil. We're also having hog ribs. This is pretty much our only surface out here, so it's a little inconvenient. We're making it work. Leela and I are really the only ones that like sweet potatoes, so we're also gonna do some foil packed potatoes, and then that'll also make for good breakfast food. And we don't have a knife, so I'm using Ron's multi-tool, which does not allow for the fine cut that one would want. What are you doing there? Ah! Don't do that. Look at that. Buttery potatoes. Is that what you're doing? Thank you.
Yeah, looks like a good spot. What's in there?
Potatoes.
Ooh, potatoes. Smoky potatoes.
Smoky potatoes.
So tonight we're having some wild hog ribs from a pair of hogs that Rex and I killed in Texas back in October. And wild game meat can be a little tough. You have to treat it a little differently than like domestic hogs. So I cooked this off a little bit back at the camper, tenderize it, and put some spices on it. Now we're going to finish it off on here. Just let it get that good smoky flavor. You can see the bones are already falling out of the meat here, so we don't have to do much cooking. We just need to get the flavor in there. We've also got some homemade barbecue sauce to dip these babies in. We've got our wild hog ribs here. We've got them basted with a little barbecue sauce on one side.
Falling off the bone. All right. Let's see.
All right, we've got some sliced potatoes here and a steamer pack with some butter. I think they're just about done. Ooh, a little brown on top. Oh, look at that.
They look good. Okay, time to eat. I made cucumber salad with sweet potatoes and wild hog ribs. Look good.
How is it, Leela?
Delicious.
Wow, you are like total caveman.
I'm going all in.
He's full on like just dripping slop all over himself. The hog eating hog.
Yes. There's only one way to eat ribs.
What you have there?
Dig right in. Wild hog ribs. Meat, a lot of meat.
Drizzling it all over. He's full on caveman.
One night when the moon was bright, shining down on me, when the sun...
Very nice singing. My goodness. Take a bow. Whoa, wonderful.
I hope you like the
Listen.
show.
I can hear the applause. The crowd is going wild.
Whew. Well, good morning. That was a pretty comfortable but cold night. It's down in probably the mid-30s. It's about, I don't know, 5:45 this morning. Everyone else is still sleeping over there nice and cozy in the tent. You can see the sun coming up. And this is our view this morning out over this big sage flat and Red Butte. So it's cold and I need my coffee. So I'm gonna get some coffee brewing, get a fire going, and hopefully have things nice and cozy for when the rest of the gang wakes up. Just like that, we've got fire. How'd you sleep, Belle?
Good.
Slept good?
I'm gonna go to the coffee pot.
I love coffee with love. Look at this.
I put sugar in it. Do you
it's
like that?
hot. This looks wonderful. Let me try some.
And also, Dad gave me a big clump of sugar.
I wanted to do something special for breakfast, so I brought the fixins for a raspberry Dutch baby. We're gonna try doing it in the Dutch oven. I have never made a raspberry Dutch baby, let alone in a Dutch oven over a campfire, but we're gonna try and give it a go. How's that look?
Doable.
Okay, first thing we're gonna do is melt some butter. It's loose. My recipe says to use a blender. I don't have a blender. I have a spoon. We're gonna try to make that work. This first. 4 eggs. I also forgot my measuring cup and we need a half a cup, so tell me when. I'm gonna say when. Spoon wasn't cutting it, so we're gonna try a fork. It says if you don't put it in a blender, it's definitely gonna be lumpy. This is definitely gonna be lumpy.
Yeah.
That's hot! All right. Now we can only hope. What's happening?
It's looking good.
Round 2 check. Ooh,
Oh man, that looks great.
that does look good. You think it's getting too much on the bottom? I think we should just leave it off.
Actually, I just say the same thing. I think you should just leave it off the heat entirely because that thing is so hot.
All right, and we'll give it like another 4 minutes.
Probably.
I don't know.
I don't really know.
Time to check the Dutch baby. Oh my goodness! What do you think?
Looks
I think
great.
the bottom might be burned, but other than that, it's looking good. What should we do with it?
Eat
it. Yeah, bottom got burnt. Shoot. It's a little dark. It's a little dark.
I think there's enough edible in there to keep us happy.
I think that, isn't that parchment paper?
I don't think so. I think we had way too much heat on the bottom.
Way too much heat on the bottom. Hey, this is how you learn. All right, well, let's just pour syrup on top of it and we'll just eat it off the cooler. Kids, breakfast! It's still doughy in the middle. Yeah, that's all paper.
I think so.
Right there's paper.
Well, some of it is, but
Kids, your breakfast is ready. It's pretty good. It's not a masterpiece.
It's okay.
We're just...
It doesn't taste it.
Here's what we should have done with the Dutch baby. We should have preheated the Dutch oven and then left it off the coals and just had some coals on the top of the lid. And then I think it would have cooked better because that did not work. But that's how you learn.
I've been so following you.
Traveling hard
You lead us out, Leela.
Truck stop diners, small town bars, with pretty much nothing but a few blues harps. Hard living, don't care who you are. And hard living, it don't come cheap. The stakes are high, and the price is steep when you're in deep with hard living. You're playing for keeps.
Okay. Home sweet home.